We're now joined by Jon Pearlman, FC Tucson head coach. John, your kind of instance analysis of tonight's play.
Yeah, I think this may be one of the hardest losses of the year, to be fair. And we've lost a lot of different ways and a lot of frustrating ways, particularly at home. I thought we were so bright the first 15 minutes, really controlled the game completely. And then we waned a little bit in our progressive play and getting players forward in the right moments and a couple unsecured balls. But obviously the free kick's a worldie and it changes the game. Once you give a goal to Omaha, no one's better at sitting in that 4-4-2 block and locking a game down. We came out again with intent the second half, with a couple half chances. And then the second goal, I'll have to look back at its construction. Again, it's a free header in the box, something that we've talked about pretty consistently about dealing with those players in those areas. And Omaha, it was a quality service and a quality finish. And yeah, I mean, we kept going. There was no quit in the team. For me, Tyler's ball was great. I mean, that ball was going to get slammed in by our guy. We generated an own goal. And then it looks like we've generated the equalizer. And again, I'll have to look back at the footage on that. But, you know, we just, to be honestly critical, I mean, you go out of the first half, you have 65% possession, but Omaha has double your shots. You have 0 shots on goal. Nuhu isn't doing anything. And your forwards have 0 shots in the game on goal. So you can say whatever you want, but your goal chances are coming from your 10, Louis Perez. I thought was bright, initiative, controlled the match as we'd expect him to do. I thought overall there was Tevin Shaw. I feel so bad for the foul because he had an excellent game. He was really dominant in his regains, and you see the quality. But it's a loss. A loss is a loss is a loss. But if I'm going to point to anything, we still are not generating. We're getting the ball into that final third, but we're not generating that one move, that dangerous play. But we could have got a draw here. I think a draw would have been fair. I don't have to look back and see what kind of coming from an offsides position. I'm disappointed for the guys, but you know, that second goal really, I mean, the first goal stings as well because he doesn't have to foul there. The second goal, both those goals sting, and the rest of it, Carlos made one great save, and other than that, he wasn't tested. The backs were in good positions. They defended well and with intent, but I think there's progress here. I think we can be a good team. I think that's the champs. I think we clearly showed we can play with them. We can control them. We can create danger against them. So, like I said, this league is going to be very tight. There's no sugarcoating where we're at. We're 9 games in and nowhere where we need to be. We're only a third done. And we were in a similar position previously when I took over. I feel like we're healthy. We've got personnel in there. Guys came in and made a difference. Burke failing. Tarn Weir were active, contributing, positive. But it's a loss. It's a loss at home. You can't lose at home in this league. And we're going to have to go on the road and get points in 2 really, really tough places to do that. But that's where my head's at. It's keeping us positive, keeping us moving forward, and trying to, again, solve. You know, we'll obviously look. We made moves last year. We made some decisions. We put guys in different spots that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. Joe out to the 8. I'm not out of ideas. I'm not out of solutions. I will get this team going where it needs to, and we will win games.
Okay.
You did talk a little bit about progress. You talked about a little bit about what the back line was able to do those first 15 minutes. So what do you think has been improved over the last couple of weeks?
I think having, you know, Kalen there consistently is a big difference for us, from his leadership to his initiative. I think Tevin as well, this game you saw that's a very solid 5, gritty defenders, very physical, very competitive, which is what you need in this league. I think progressive passing this game was much better. We held the ball better. We moved it side to side much better. But that final third, that final moment, we only saw really Tyler, a couple moments where Franco almost got in, but you know, we didn't really have that really dangerous chance. Like I said, I mean, you've got to have somebody who can beat that final player. We've got to, you know, there was one where Franco, if we had just laid it back to Franco, he's sitting in a great pocket. One pass away, the Louis Perez ball to Jake Krull, he's in. Franco almost, it's been a year of the inches the wrong way, and I just think you keep going. I mean, you keep going because we believe it will even out. I just felt like maybe we nicked the equalizer here, and that would have been for me a good point. Not a great point, obviously, was at home, but yeah, it's just hard. You will go back, we'll look at it, but the truth is we're not dangerous enough in the front three, and we have goals. The goals we have are own goals and lots of backs and lots of guys with one goal. And the teams that are winning the league have guys with multiple goals and a lead striker that people look to and turn to help you get results. And we'll work on that. We're adding pieces, and we're getting these guys in better form and in better health, and they're getting to learn to play with each other. Again, it's a very new roster, but there's no excuses. You have to get points here, and you have to score goals. And you know they're hurting. There's no lack of effort. There was no quitting them tonight. They're hurting though, and we just have to get mentally right because nothing stops for us. We don't have even remotely a break, and the fixtures start stacking up, and hopefully our depth will shine through there, and some of the qualities that we have will be able to, be at the top of our talking points here.
Okay.
Do you think you guys actually, so far this year, have been playing better on the road?
I don't know that we've been playing better on the road. I just think we're in these games like everyone in this league is in these games where there's just these one-goal games. And I said here when I took over, it's a series of moments. And the critical moments are a free kick from 40 yards and an unmarked cross. Those were the moments. And our moments were the great hard ball by Tyler saying, hey, we wanted those lower crosses, which we had last year when Noah Frankie was playing in that position. Tyler did a good job. We'll look back at the goal, but it's moments. It's about moments. We've got to make a save here and a toe poke here, and they get a late block, and Nuhu gets a little tip, and Jake heads. Tarn's there. That's a header. That's got to be a goal. It's got to be a goal. And no disrespecting Tarn in that moment, but it's anywhere to the left or to the right on the ground. There's no saving that from that distance, and it just hurts, and we're hurting. And I don't think the road. We don't struggle to play on the road. We don't find that to be a challenge. We're beating ourselves. Our challenge is ourselves. We didn't feel overwhelmed by Omaha's pace, quality. The stats dictate that. Before even we were a man up, but we just are not having those critical people in those critical moments making those critical plays. And last year we did that. We had some great moments, but again, the front line is not generating enough, and goals should hold up for a draw at home. You can't be giving up 2 goals at home. We can't be giving up 2 goals every game. You can't average giving up 2 goals a game and win anything. So I don't put on Morancio. I think he's been sharper as the year's gone on, but we're losing. We're losing every way you can lose, and I believe it'll turn because there's nowhere else to go but up. But yeah, Chattanooga's a tough place to play. They're all over you, and they're desperate for a win. And Fresno again is in good form, and that's a vibrant place, but it's a good field for us. And we just love to play. This group loves to play. We love to get after it, and we're just going to keep going, and we will find a way because this league is going to be stacked up. You get 3 wins in a row, you're right back in the mix. I'll keep saying it. I know it sounds redundant, but no one's running away with this thing. But we have to get points.
Yeah, I know you said he wasn't able to do much against you guys, but what challenges were presented with Nuhu as the goalkeeper, and how are you guys able to attack him, guys?
Yeah, for me, Nuhu is positionally sound. He catches the crosses he should. He covers the areas he should. His distribution is long, so you have to respect that and be deeper in those areas. But again, his performance is only one remarkable, and we didn't make him do remarkable things. He's certainly capable of that. But yeah, if you're not testing a goalkeeper, Nuhu made 2 saves, maybe. I can count the one that Tarn had, and maybe there was one. Maybe he didn't even really get a touch on the Louis one, so he scored. He made 1 save. Again, our forwards have to hit the frame. Our 10 has to hit the frame. We have to get a chance of rebounds. Nuhu's good. He's a championship level goalkeeper. He could be a reserve in the MLS. He's solid. He's certainly a guy that can get it done. But at the end of the day, the first half we could have had a mannequin in goal against us. It wouldn't have made a difference. We're not hitting the frame.
When you talk about sharpness in the final third and just in general a more dangerous attack, what is it that you and the team need to work on to make that happen?
I think just little moments, the chemistry of the final ball. So I wouldn't say that Omaha is sharp in the front right now in any way, shape, or form. However, that one cross hits a guy in the head and ends up at the back of the net. Tyler gets the end line. We're in a flat run. Gets pulled back. It's rolling across at the beginning of the game. We should have a midfielder coming in and slotting that home, like we did with Tyler Moss coming in. We should have someone slotting that home. The J. Kroll ball just to Louis, almost there. Louis' right-footed shot, that's got to hit the. It's just those little moments. The weight of the pass. It's when things aren't. When you get a goal, if we start getting a goal or two, we'll get 4 or 5 in a game, like we did last year when we broke free in Fort Lauderdale. But we just haven't broke free. We just haven't gotten that moment, because if we had scored first in this game, the confidence we were playing with, the organization, the determination of that back four, I felt so good about the match. And we defended the set piece as well against them. We didn't give them a lot, which is huge. But I stand here before you, knowing that we're on it's a 2-match losing streak again, and we haven't been able to get a streak of wins together. So that's got to happen, and hopefully, we're able to take the good things away from this game and build on that going into Chattanooga.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.